Okay, hi guys. My name is Asma Khan. I'm one of the operating committee members, and I'm here to introduce Sadia, who I don't think really needs an introduction, but she's the chair of this event. A little bit about her. She runs her financial planning practice in affiliation with Waddell and Reed. She's a seasoned professional in the financial services industry with 11 years of experience. She has an MBA in finance and is a chartered mutual fund counselor. Before her current professional pursuits, she also worked at Bank of America in Silicon Valley as a financial relationship manager. And she started her career in Citibank, Pakistan, where she played a critical role in setting up and managing the credit operations for the region, which includes accounts initiation, customer services, and operations. She lives in Fremont with her husband and 2 kids. And here's Sadia.
I hope you all enjoyed the lunch. How are you feeling so far? How's it going for you? Good. Good. Okay. So time has really flown. It's already past 2. We're at the last leg of the event. I have 3 amazing women for our Profiles of Success panel. And what this panel will basically do is focus on the stories of these women. What are the things that propel them to get to where they are right now, and learning from their experiences and some of the things that they wish they hadn't done. So as the tradition is, I'll introduce them. So sitting on my left is Hildy. Hildy is a venture partner at Opus Capital, where she focuses on sourcing and evaluating investment opportunities. Before joining Opus Capital, Hildy was Senior Vice President of Corporate Development at Genesis Microchip. In that role, she accelerated the realignment of corporate strategy and was instrumental in the acquisition of the company by STM Microelectronics, the world's 5th largest semiconductor company. The transaction was achieved with the largest premium for the sale of a semiconductor company in recent years. So prior to joining Genesis, Hildy was a VP of Corporate Development at Broadcom Corporation, where she directed ongoing corporate development activities, including strategic acquisitions, investments, and alliances. Hildy also served as CFO and then COO at 3D Labs. Her previous roles include counsel with the global law firm of Skadden, Arps, Slate, Mager, and Flom, and MD of the Renaissance Fund. Hildy holds a BA in Government and Sociology from Lehigh University and JD degree from the Temple University School of Law. Sitting next to Hildy, we have Lorraine Harrington. So Lorraine has spent more than 25 years in the technology sector as a senior executive at IBM and networking computing devices. Harrington was president and CEO of Atra and Beatnik Inc., where she remains as chairwoman. She's also on the board of IODA. Currently, she's consulting in the clean tech area. Harrington is chairman emeritus and on the board of the Forum for Women Entrepreneurs and Executives. She serves as treasurer of the California Board of Accountancy, on the National Advisory Board of the Stanford Clayman Institute for Gender Research, and the executive committee of the National Center for Women and Information Technology. She's also a fellow of the American Leadership Forum. Very interestingly, Lorraine played a leadership role in the 2008 presidential campaign, first as the co-chair of Hillary Clinton's Finance Committee, and then as a member of Obama's National Finance Committee. She was a delegate to the Democratic National Conference, and I'm assuming most of us are Democrats here. I really like her. If I have Republicans here, I really apologize. Harrington, she has an MBA from Harvard Business School and a BS in Mathematical Sciences from Stanford University. She's a triathlete and enjoys traveling. She's married and has 2 grown children. So sitting next to Lorraine, we have Talat. Talat Hassan, she's the chairman of India Community Center and former chairman and CEO of Census Instruments, a company she founded in 1996 to market products for the semiconductor manufacturing industry. She holds an MA, a master's in physics from Oxford University, and a BSc in physics from Aligarh Muslim University in India. Prior to founding Census, she was the vice president of corporate business development at Tencor Instruments, now KLA Tencor. And I've met a lot of people who know Talat in that role, and I've had a lot of people come to events just because they had heard of her in that role. So, and in 1983, she was the co-founder of Prometrics Corporation, serving as a board member and senior vice president of strategic planning when the company merged with Tencor. Previously, she worked as a scientist conducting research in semiconductor characterization and process control, and working for almost 5 years as Signetics Corporation, Philips Research Labs in Sunnyvale. So currently, Philips serves on the board of directors of Microbar and the board of trustees of Castilleja School, which is a private school for girls, and of the Indian Business and Professional Women organization. She's a charter member of TIE, which is the Indus Entrepreneur. She's also active with her husband as an angel investor for startup companies, and she's a mentor to several budding entrepreneurs. Also with her husband, she's in the process of establishing the Nurul Hassan Educational Foundation. And this is in India, right?
Here and in India, both places. Mm-hmm.
So moving on, now that you guys have an idea about the depth of experience that we have in our panel today, when you look back at your life, and I would like to ask this question to all of you, there are some points which stand out as, successes, where you look back and say, yes, I achieved that. And then there are always things that you wish that you had done differently. So when you look back at your lives, what are the things that stand out as successes, and what are the things that kind of became the turning points for you that you learned from, and what are the things that you learned? So maybe 2 successes and 2 turning points. So sure, there'll be.
If you look at my career, it is incredibly nonlinear. I was a lawyer, I was a CFO, I did corporate development.
I think your mic may not be on.
Okay, I did one.
Thank you, Lane.
Better? Yeah. Much better. You could actually hear me. So as I said, my career was very nonlinear. What I did is I went from what looks like one career to another to another. A friend actually describes it as, decide the thing that you know the least about, pick that particular career, and go and do it. In fact, if you look across it, there's a set of skills that I applied across different domains. And probably the point that I look at, sort of the turning point for me, was when I went from being a partner at a major law firm with a large practice to saying I was going to move my entire family across the country and become the CFO of a public company. Stop. Okay, what were you thinking? What I realized as I look back on this is that that was my turning point. That was my saying, I have confidence in myself. I have confidence in the team around me. I know what I know and I know what I don't know. And I'm willing to take that risk for both the return on the personal side, from a personal satisfaction, and from a challenge. I'm one of those people who needs new challenges, who needs to be able to delve into things and learn new things. And to always, yes, work hard, but work hard in an environment that brings me that satisfaction of being able to bring new things. And the reason that was a turning point for me is I went into a company that had to be, it was a public company that was turning around and basically starting over from zero. A business model that I do not suggest to you on an ongoing basis. Because here you are in front of a group of investors, and you're basically starting revenue from zero. And we managed to do that and take that from 0 to 100 million in a couple of years. Make it profitable, rebuild the team, and then at a certain point when it was clear that the CEO frankly needed to do other things, we went off and we sold the company and did it in a way that was good for investors, and for me, the most important thing, good for the team. Because we had options where we could have sold it for a little bit more, but it was pretty clear that if we sold the company to that competitor, they would have fired half the team. And it was very important to us, and ultimately